So I wanted to do this list for my YouTube peeps. I've been waiting to do the freaking tiers. I always see these tiers with WoW videos, but I actually never really did it with albums. Now, obviously, you guys know I'm a big J. Cole fan. We just got the 10-year anniversary, and I asked some people to include the mixtapes with it as well because I feel like nowadays, especially in today's era, you have to have mixtapes included. I don't know why. Like I said, mixtapes aren't really a bad thing against you. If they're bad mixtapes, people don't count them. If they're great mixtapes, people add them to your discography. So I really feel like it's just a win-win situation regardless. Um, you can ask me after this video. You can ask me, but I didn't even realize when I'm looking at this right now. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. J. Cole has 10. 10 projects. Damn. When you really think about it, what his earliest being '08, it's crazy because if you think about it, Truly Yours isn't even here. I'm not gonna lie. We're gonna call this Truly Yours right here. This is gonna be Truly Yours. The fact that you don't have it on here is whatever. But we're gonna call this right here Truly Yours. I won't count this one even though I do. But we're just gonna put Truly Yours here. If you guys want to know what, even though this is the old mixtape, I will put this C. This is C. But I feel like we should start off. Where should we start? Let's start off with albums first. So I think right here, this is easily. It's not really biased because it's me, right? Like it's my list, so it's not really like biased. So I feel like this is S tier. I feel like this is literally like from start to finish. This was all his shit. This is literally everything you want to, God's gift. Sideline Story. Can't get enough. Like there's radio hits. In the morning. Oh my god! Like there were just so many bangers. And yeah, it had stuff from the mixtapes as well that didn't make the album, or that he didn't think that was gonna make the album. Put it on the album. Just from top to bottom, I don't think there's literally one bad track on that album that I hate. La la la. I'm just like going back in the past, thinking about J. Cole, man, thinking about like how I love J. Cole. I used to have a Pontiac, bro. I used to put my laptop, put the cassette thing, hook it up the aux, play it from my laptop. I used to play it like that. Yo, it was from very bootleg shit back in the day, and I literally have a lot of history when it comes to Sideline Story and just colleges, community college first 2 years. It was definitely a time that I'll never forget and I'll forever cherish. And I gotta say, man, I always told people when you listen to J. Cole, it's always about the connection. Like you gotta have a connection to the stories that he's speaking, or some form of just relatability, and I think that's exactly what this Sideline Story was. For the most part, it hit. Still some things I didn't experience yet. Later on in life, hit all aspects of what he was speaking on, but just dollar in a dream for real. Like that's really what it was, a dollar in a dream. I was a computer science. Went to USF, had a year left on a capstone project. Didn't finish. Here I am. What's another one? Computer science. The next project I will say, which is Born Sinner. Now, so for me, Born Sinner, since we do have to put these in rankings, I would say Born Sinner is a B. Like, I would definitely say Born Sinner is a B. It's hard because I feel like Born Sinner is at borderline A, B. Nah, because for me, Born Sinner had a lot of misses. For me. But then also there's times where I had some of my favorite tracks. Like Rich Nigga is one of my favorite J. Cole tracks of all time. Trouble is one of my favorite J. Cole tracks of all time. Like, it has literally some of my favorite tracks of all time. There was also Truly Yours 3, if I'm not mistaken. I keep saying 3 because there was a 3 that had, because Truly Yours 3 had Sparks Will Fly, but then he ended up putting this on the album. I might have been lost in the sauce on this for him, but the Mo Money Interlude is a great song. I feel like Born Sinner also was one of his best rap albums. Like, this was his rap album where he was just rapping his ass off. Maybe that's why I kind of put it down there. Because as you guys see, my taste has, as I grew up, my taste for rap has kind of like fallen off a little bit. I'm more into the just anything but rap, I guess you could say. Like, I'm more of just in sounds and production and all the vibes put together and just, lyrics. It has to be a whole cohesive, track for me to just enjoy a track. It just can't be lyricism. I'm just not going to vibe with lyricism. And so I think that's literally what it comes down to for me, or why I got Born Sinner at B instead of A. But that might change as I continue doing this list. What's next? After that, we got Forest Hills Drive, right? Forest Hills Drive's S. I got Forest Hills Drive above Sideline Story. Personal favorite, I got Sideline Story above. For your above 2014 Forest Hills Drive, but I feel like if I was to stand back, be unbiased, look at it from a world perspective, and understand that there's 8 billion people in this world, this is probably going to be the favorite of all albums, of being his best album. I understand that. But if you're asking my favorite album, I definitely go back to Sideline Story more than I go back to 2014 Forest Hills Drive. Just, I guess it's nostalgia. We explained that with the Big Sean, the Big Sean, higher, high, so high. We explained that with that, but I understand that Forest Hills Drive is the best J. Cole album in terms of the world. I get that. I understand that. But I'm just saying, to me, on my list, Sideline Story for me is my favorite. Forest has some skips, but this is Dev's list. Thank you. But yeah, so Sideline Stories will be ahead. Now, Friday Night Lights, S tier. This is kind of crazy because we put this S tier. I think Friday Night Lights is S tier because this is also nostalgia and this is also my life. Like I said, once I got to graduating high school, Friday Night Lights was played along with So Far Gone, along with Wiz Khalifa. I remember we gotta do that thing about Wiz Khalifa too. Wiz Khalifa was slept on. He said he was slept on, and a lot of his reign was halted. And I do agree with a lot of things what I heard, what people were talking about. This is not a Wiz Khalifa video, but it is true. He was a movement, and when he went very commercial, that's what messed him up. Anyways, this is about J. Cole. Friday Night Lights, man, what an album. You got Two-Face, you got Back to the Topic, The Autograph. I'm trying to think what else was on there that was crazy. Those are some of my favorite tracks. He had the Tupac. Sorry, I'm losing my voice. The Tupac sample on there. The one way see that was my shit too. Is Vilmatic on there? Vilmatic is also on there as well. As much as I love Vilmatic, at that time, Fabulous did a Vilmatic. I think 2 years later. J. Cole did Vilmatic. Speaking of Fabulous, J. Cole and Fabulous had a great track. Louis Vuitton. That was one of my favorites. And then obviously Kanye. So yeah, man, that was one of the times, man. I think a lot of guys remember, man, albums, when you listen to albums, they're really soundtracks to your life, and memories are always going to trump anything, especially your personal memories. They're always going to trump just, it could be literally To Pimp a Butterfly, and you'd be like, nope, You'd be like Field Mob, Pine Trees, and what's that called? Just because it was the best time in my eighth grade life, and there will never be another time of that playing in the background while smoking a black and mild and just being happy with my friends that we aren't friends anymore, but at that time we were the bestest and bestest of friends. And it wasn't about the future or the past; it was about the present, and we motherfucking enjoyed the fuck out that present. You know what I'm saying? And so that's where I feel like that. That's why music is so biased, you know. To Nav's 2017 music. Okay. For Your Eyes Only. Okay, this is where I have to put For Your Eyes Only. I got For Your Eyes Only in C. Only because it's below Born Sinner. But I don't think For Your Eyes Only is on the same level as Born Sinner. Even when I go back to For Your Eyes Only, as much as I loved a couple of those tracks, I rarely go back to For Your Eyes Only. Like, rarely. The only reason I go back to For Your Eyes Only is because Deja Vu literally gets played on my shuffle by force. That's the only reason I go back to For Your Eyes Only. And what's that called track? And ain't niggas gonna die. that's my shit still too. I still love that track. I'm not good with names of tracks, so if you're new here, just remember I've been listening to music now for 34 years. Sometimes I'll be forgetting. All right, let me live. But I feel like For Your Eyes Only, it is a good concept album, and usually concept albums aren't the most favorited albums at first. Takes time, but I feel like Folding Clothes and She's Mine Part 1, 2 are bad. Yeah, I just feel like there's a lot of bad tracks on there. I wouldn't go as to say it's like F tier, E tier, D tier, boo boo tier. It's just literally just C tier. It's just, for me, an average album. I love the concept. I love the intro as well. I think the intro is one of his best intros as well. But when it comes to just the totality of an album, I just think For Your Eyes Only just doesn't do it for me. Bro, first time watch your stream. I support you from 2019. Appreciate you, brother, man. Thank you guys. Thank you for finally finding me 5 years later, bro. Appreciate you, man. So that's how I feel about For Your Eyes Only. After that, we got KOD. Now, this is where I think I put Born Sinner at A now that I think about it. I got KOD at B tier. I thought KOD was a great album. I thought I got a lot of hate when it first came out because it wasn't what people thought they were expecting. I felt like this is kind of where the first moment where J. Cole became a better rapper rather than a better, a song maker or storyteller. I felt like this is where literally J. Cole where he started rapping his ass off. And whereas, usually it's hard to make a good rap track, but also make a hit. And I'm not saying hits, hits, blah, blah, blah. I'm just saying, like, usually when you make a good rap track or a good lyrical track, it's going to suffer in another department. That's just how it's been. But I felt like one of my favorite tracks also from all time from J. Cole is on here as well, and that's Brackets. Brackets is probably one of my favorite. I listen to Brackets a lot. Brackets probably has to be in my top 5 for sure. Just from being played. I play Brackets a lot on a late night drive. I play Brackets just when I'm feeling on some confused money type shit. Just like I always just play Brackets, bro. Like, that just puts a different motivation into my mind, into my heart, and so for that in itself, I have to put it, at least above C. So it has to be a B tier. Photographs is also ATM is annoying. ATM is annoying for sure. But Brackets is in there, all right? And it has brackets. You can't not put it at B in. B for Brackets, all right? That's what B for Brackets. All right, after that, I said I was gonna do the mixtapes last, but this just released on Spotify, so we don't count that. This one right here, I feel like this is A tier, but below Born Sinner. Um, the track with Black and Bass, one of my favorite tracks on that album, man. Still listen to that a lot. The track with Murray, that was still dope, man. Shout out to Murray wherever he is right now. I just thought that this track right here was just him getting back to his roots. Being a just being an artist that makes both lyrical and great music. Still keeping his lyrical ability while still showing that he can, make hits and make great sounding, productive tracks. And I just thought that this is what this was, man. Like, from start to finish, a very short album, but I thought he did way better than what he did on what's that called? On fucking what the fuck is that shit called? KOD, right? It's called KOD. Yeah, it's called KOD. But I feel like he just did way better, and it just showed a different growth of J. Cole on this album. And then it kind of was sad too because it was preparing us for the fall off, and it's also at this time where I felt like J. Cole received the most love. This is where I feel like this is peak Cole, and why I say peak Cole is because this is when he was rapping his ass off. The love of the fans was all on his side. Like J. Cole was at a crazy peak right here because no one was really sleeping on Cole at this point. Like people were literally just loving Cole, giving him his flowers finally after all these years, after all these great albums. And it was just literally impossible for him to lose after this point. So I just felt like this album was probably, the most complete album in terms of fans and himself. People were shitting on this album. You're crazy, bro. People were loving J. Cole. Like, people were loving J. Cole. The album did crazy numbers first week, too. People were giving Cole his respects. That's what I'm talking about. People were shitting on Born Center, bro. People were also shitting on For Your Eyes Only. And people were also shitting on KOD. My goodness. It was a tough time to be a J. Cole fan. Might Delete Later. I got Might Delete Later at B, but I got Might Delete Later above KOD. I feel like Might Delete Later is D tier. You're crazy. I feel like Might Delete Later had good bangers. Might Delete Later was probably his most modern album of all the albums. Like Might Delete Later was literally him. First of all, Might Delete Later has like two of his best verses. Like, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, P.I. is literally crazy. Or Pi. It's just like, as a lyricist, you love this album. But also, if you're someone who love, like, he had a track with fucking Central C on this. That track is a banger. He had the Wabbit Season track. That's a banger. Nah, see, that you're crazy. The Wabbit Season track, fire. The track with Central C, hide your kids, hide your wife. Crocodile tears. Yeah, that. Who had the best verse on P.I. though? Don't ask me that though. Hide your bit with Bad Central C stands for hide your bit. Yeah, hide your bit. Yeah, I know. I feel like Might Delete Later sonically is better than For Your Eyes Only. Conceptually, of course, For Your Eyes Only conceptually, like, yes, it's probably his best album conceptually, right? But it has to be all around. Like, I can't tell you the last time I played For Your Eyes Only. That's just me. I can't tell you the last time For Your Eyes Only got any play for me. I just thought that Might Delete Later was probably his most modern album. And I felt like where he was just his most comfortable. This is also before the apology. Right before the apology. And so we're looking at, this is you could say this is also peak Cole. The fall off hasn't gotten here yet. Him dropping Pie is just going insane. Like, it just you're thinking that the beef's about to go crazy. He's about to, after all the shit Cole been talking, he about to do his thing. Again, 2020 hindsight. But the Might Delete Later, that boy was snapping. He did the Cameron sample. You're crazy. I'm ready. Oh my god. Man, that boy was snapping, boy. That boy was snapping, man. Come on, now. That boy was snapping. Y'all better start sleeping on the boy. The next one I got this mixtape right here. Uh, it's crazy because people say this mixtape's over Friday Night Lights, which I don't understand. I do have this in A tier. I just feel like there was just a lot of skips on this album. It's very raw. Usually the raw albums are really good. Usually the raw albums are really good, but I don't know. Like sometimes I'm cool with it, but it's more of just a time and place thing, kind of like how Big Sean. I know we keep mentioning Big Sean, but y'all don't realize, man, like how that we went back to that album and it literally has aged bad. Like, so high. I'm gonna say high. And if you guys don't know what this album is right here, right? This album right here is Truly Yours. I don't know why they put this shit. But we just gonna treat this like this Truly Yours. If we had to go, Truly Yours is S S S S S S S S S dead ass. Truly Yours. Even though some of those tracks aren't his, even though they are samples, him just rapping and freestyling. I'm telling you right now, you don't have to count it, but I'm gonna tell my story. I'm gonna tell mama. Truly Yours. I played that goddamn mixtape so much in my life. So much in my life. That has to be one of my favorite just eras of Cole. I feel like that is the best Cole rapping that I've ever heard. Now, you guys are fans of the intricate double entendres and triple entendres and meanings on top of meanings of raps and raps. I get that. This motherfucker was rapping like Jay-Z, but he was also rapping with lyrics that had deep meanings. It was just how he was rapping on that Truly Yours, man. Like, the man was just hungry. That stay track was insane. Like, I just really felt the pain, dog. Like, that mixtape came out in '07. Damn, Dev, you old. What, Truly Yours? No. So, this is Truly Yours. This is my favorite J. Cole of all time, bro. Like, there will never be... I am old as shit, though. There would never be another time where, like, whenever I want to listen to J. Cole, I go back to this. The only problem is that these beats, like, you see how beats take you to a different place because these are all OG beats. But you see how literally just, y'all love the triple entendres and stuff like that. Think about old J, man, like Jay-Z, bro. Like, you listen to all the old J shit. Half the time, the motherfucker, he had entendres, but it wasn't intricate like you guys are nowadays. You guys love to break down some, and I love that for you guys. But Jay-Z, man, it was just his swagger, his New York presence, the way he got in those beats, and, he was talking some boss shit, bro. Like, and it really just made you feel like the motherfucker was just, he was preaching. And that's literally, like, what kind of style of rap that I like, man. Like, that boy, man, look. Forever, I would tell you guys, that's Truly Yours. This, I know. This is Truly Yours. We ain't count this. Cause even then, right here, I was barely putting my D in vagina right here, So, Truly Yours, we count this as Truly Yours. Just put the different picture here. I gotta tell, have you heard the original by Nas? Yes, I heard the Nas one and I heard the Game one. But, yeah, man, J. Cole, I think that this is pretty solid. I got True. It's crazy because my favorites are literally the mixtapes. I got Truly Yours there. 9, Truly Yours 1, 2, 3. Friday Night Lights after that. That seems about right. Sideline Story after that for me. I think nostalgia plays a big factor right there. I understand consensually that Forest Hills Drive is his best album. I understand that. But, for me, it is up there. It is definitely S tier, but it's just not better than all of these in terms of relatability and just, nostalgia, I think. Born Center, I had to put it at A. I had it at B at first, but I had to put it at A just because, as much as the tracks that had it on skips, I think that I still think that this is his best rap album. Like before we got to, KOD and what's his album called again? All right, what's up? What's this one called again? Off season, yeah, off season. I got Davincia. I'm getting a little older. 34 years old. I'll be forgetting shit. So Davincia, like off season, even before off season KOD, I feel like this was like just peak rapping Cole right here. Like this nigga was spazzing on this bit right here. Then you got to put off season here, yeah, for sure. The warm up, as much as a fan favorite nostalgia hits, I just don't think it's literally S tier. I just think it's just a good mixtape. Might delete later most modern tape of all music he's done. I feel like this is literally the one that he was just out of his comfort zone, just doing shit. This is literally him being the big three and understanding that he could do whatever he wants, and it really worked for him. I feel like personally. KOD, B again, brackets, B for brackets. Brackets just carries it by. If brackets wasn't on this project, it'd probably be at the bottom. And then I got For Your Eyes as the worst. But listen, there has to be a worse Hall of Famer. You guys got to understand that. And I feel like in this GOAT discography, or great discography, something has to be at the bottom. And I would literally put For Your Eyes Only at the bottom. That's how I'm going to say that. And get in the comments below, man. Let me know what you think, man. Share what is your favorite album, J. Cole album. Share what is your worst J. Cole album in the comment box below. And, yeah, that's how I feel about that. Get in the comments below. And, yeah, the next time we are out. Love y'all. Love y'all, YouTube, Twitch gang. Stay here. We are out. Peace.